What is good, Ninja? OJ over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to another PE news video. Today we've got a multitude of Japanese gaming news across the PS Vita, Nintendo 3DS, Switch, PlayStation 4, so there is a ton of stuff to get into, so let's go ahead and jump right in. I'm catching up on some Japanese gaming news from the Persona concert. We've got some big titles announced, so starting off with Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night announced for the PlayStation 4 and PS Vita. So there's two new Persona rhythm music games announced for those systems. So Atlus has announced Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night for the PlayStation 4 and PS Vita. The sound action games will launch in Japan in spring 2018. Now you can check out the teaser website. I'll have a link in the description below. Plus we can also check out these announcement trailers. So Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night. So this one looks pretty cool. It has all the different Persona characters that you know and love from Persona 3, of course, and it's another music rhythm game that was announced at the concert, so it makes sense. So it seems like the Persona 3 game is coming to the PlayStation 4 from what I understand, and then the Persona 5 game is coming to the PlayStation Vita. So they're kind of cross-promoting a little bit because there was Persona 3 on the PlayStation Vita, but then they're bringing Persona 5 to the PlayStation Vita in some way, and then Persona 3 to the PlayStation 4. So maybe trying to entice the users to try out the other games on the system, or if you haven't bought a PlayStation 4 and if you have a PS Vita, okay, well, go out there and buy Persona 5 on a PlayStation 4. It's on PS3 as well, but maybe they're just trying to get people interested in getting that console version. Whereas if you have a PlayStation 4 and for some reason you don't have a PlayStation Vita as far as Japan goes so far, because this is just Japan, but this will come everywhere. But overall, I think what they're just trying to do is just cross-promotion, cross-marketing when it comes to their brands, and trying to get more people to buy the hardware and buy the game that it's on with these spin-offs. Now, we've already seen this before. Atlus is notorious with their Persona spin-offs. We've got dancing games. We've gotten, I think, was there a cooking game? I don't know. I'm not sure. There might have been a cooking game too. Atlus does this a lot, man. They do this with their games. There was Persona 4, like dancing all night. So this is just more games that they're bringing out. I don't necessarily see this as a bad thing. It seems like both games are pretty much made on the same engine or whatever the case is. The graphics look pretty similar. I bet the PlayStation 4 version will obviously have that higher resolution when it comes to Persona 3 Dancing Moon at Night. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. From what I understand, Persona 4, the dancing game, is pretty good. It has some nice controls to it, and all the characters look great in the game, animates really well. So I'm guessing that these games are going to be fun games to play as well. I know that I'm looking forward to one of the games, which would probably be the PlayStation 4 game. I think Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night, I want to check it out. I like those type of rhythm games, and Persona has some of the best music in the industry, hands down. The music is fantastic. I love Persona 3 soundtrack. I love Persona 5 soundtrack as well. So I'm probably looking forward to watching videos of people play these games and enjoying the music more than me actually playing them, just because I don't have time to play these type of games. But they are pretty cool just to watch. I think that's one of the things about music games that you can do. You can enjoy it a lot more than, like, let's say another Let's Play of a game, because it's just music. The person is just pressing buttons, so you can listen to it while you're doing other things as well. So that's the cool thing about these music and rhythm games. So I plan on definitely, you know, looking when I'm doing my research or when I'm typing up, listening to this game, you know, listening to people play it in the background. So I think this is a great idea that they're bringing out these games. So let me know what you guys think about Persona 3 Dancing Moon Night and Persona 5 Dancing Star Night, PlayStation 4, PS Vita, and these games will be launching in spring 2018 for Japan. So you can probably expect mid 2018 to late 2018 for North America and for Europe. Alright, and moving on to the next article here, we've got some more Persona news from the concert that just went down. Persona Q2 has been announced for the Nintendo 3DS. The system just will not die. So it says to take your heart, and that is the theme of this one here with the little piece of art that we got, and it just says Atlus has announced Persona Q2 for the Nintendo 3DS. Further information was not announced, and there's also a teaser website. You can check out the link in the description below. Head over there. So Persona Q2. I have the first Persona Q. I talked about it just a little bit. I do like the game, and Persona Q has a lot of interesting dynamics between the Persona 3 staff and the Persona 3 cast of characters and the Persona 4 cast of characters. So this one definitely seems like they're jumping into the mix with Persona 5 because it says "Take Your Heart," has the same kind of groovy font that Persona Q uses. But then it has the "Take Your Heart." That's the theme of Persona 5. That's the logo or the motto of the Phantom Thieves for Persona 5. So definitely going to be some Persona 5 characters in there, some playable ones you'll be able to use, all the different casts from there. So I'm excited about that. I really like Persona Q. I think I put over 50 hours into that game. I think it's really good for what it is as far as the spin-off goes. Has a solid system as far as the Shin Megami Tensei and the Persona games. You guys all know and love it. Solid RPG battle system. So I'm looking forward to what they're doing with this one, and especially improving upon some of the issues with Persona Q when it comes to pacing, when it comes to the story, how they told things. Just some of that stuff needs to be kind of just spruced up a bit, sharpened up, but I think that they can definitely do that with their second effort here. And of course, Persona Q sold very well for a spin-off, that is. Very well for a spin-off. I doubt they really spent much time or money into the game as far as not necessarily time in coding and all that, but time when it comes to something like Persona 5, which takes multiple years, big HD, budget and things like that. So this is 3DS. Obviously, it's sub 480p. So it's definitely a smaller scale, but I think they have time to refine the combat, refine the cinematics, refine what you're doing with the game, and create a better game overall, because it's been a couple years since Persona Q. It's been a while. But I think that gives them ample time to incorporate all of the Persona 5 elements and kind of get everything in. People kind of had issues with Persona Q on the Nintendo 3DS. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. You excited for Persona Q2? You looking forward to what we could see? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack for the Nintendo Switch. The Japanese limited edition has been detailed. So we can finally watch the original video animation from a monitor. Inti Creates has detailed the Japanese limited edition for the upcoming Nintendo Switch version of Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack, which includes both Azure Striker Gunvolt and Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. For 8,000 yen, the limited edition will include a copy of the game, Azure Striker Gunvolt OVA DVD, a DVD version of the original animation released via Nintendo eShop on Nintendo 3DS in February. As of yet, it has only been viewable through DS. As of yet, it has only been viewable through the Nintendo 3DS, but now you can finally watch it on a monitor. This DVD supports all regions, so it will even work on overseas DVD players. New drama CD, a drama CD consisting of Copen, Joel, and Quinn chapters based on the novels serialized in the pages of the games magazine Dengeki Nintendo, and Tall Case, a case that houses Azure Striker Gunvolt OVA DVD and drama CD. The main visual of the OVA is pictured on the cover. You guys are seeing that right here. Azure Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack will launch on the Nintendo Switch via the Nintendo eShop worldwide on August 31st in Japan. There will be a standard physical edition for 5,000 yen in addition to the limited physical edition. So obviously Japan is getting hooked up here with all this stuff. This is amazing, and for some reason there is just something about these Nintendo Switch cartridges that makes me say, even though it's probably a better or easier or more convenient to just have the game digitally, there's something about having that thin box, there's something about having that cartridge that makes me just nostalgic, because I grew up in the Super Nintendo era, I grew up in the NES era, I grew up in the cartridge era, and to me N64 necessarily wasn't the best, but Super Nintendo, having those cartridges was just something that I always adored. I loved the cartridges on the Super Nintendo. I love cartridges on the handheld systems. Just plugging in that 3DS cartridge, plugging in that Game Boy, plugging in that GBA. It was always something special to me. So when developers decide to make these cartridges for these games, even though they're really small, obviously, Azure Striker Gunvolt should just be a download game, but when they take the time to make it, it makes it to me special. So I want to buy it. We've been talking about Sonic Mania potentially getting a physical release as well. If they do, that makes me actually want to buy the game now. If there's going to be a real physical edition release, which I guess it's rumored or it was listed on a site. I want to buy it now because it's a physical edition. Like I said, I'm just super nostalgic about cartridge media, about the speed of cartridge media, about it not taking up space on your hard drive. There's just so many things that I like about it, so it makes the game more attractive to an old school dude like me. So I'm looking forward to this. We're getting the physical edition too. We're not getting all of this cool stuff, but we will get a physical edition here in the States. So let me know what you guys think about this, man. Are you guys going to try to import it? Will you guys be picking this up? And what do you think about the Azure Striker double pack in general, getting both games, you know, for a pretty good price as well? Are you going to be buying that? I would love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on all of our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier to be entered in to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tokens for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. So support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest news, reviews, discussions, and more. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you ninja for the next video. Peace.